Hi everyone and welcome back to another Bork No Game video. Today's video is dedicated to the mid-June or July update, so let's go ahead and jump right into this. One of the first things being S.Suzume is going to be appearing. Now when it comes to her banner, this is going to be an absolute waifu banner. So whether you want to pull on this or not, just note that she is going to be a waifu. So that means you shouldn't pull for her. If you're free to play and you're trying to focus on the meta, you're pulling for waifu because she makes you happy. You want her to be your home screen. You just want her because without her, you cannot smile the next day, and that is why you want S.Suzume. All right, you do not pull for this banner though, in case you want to be efficient, in case you want an alternative healer. There's going to be plenty of different healers. In fact, normal Suzume in some regards is just as good as Suzume, but it's up to you whether you want to pull on this banner. We'll do more breakdowns as we get closer to our actual banner appearing on June 22nd 2300 UTC, but those are my rough thoughts initially when it comes to Suzume. All right, now when it comes to the new furniture, it's going to have like this Gura sort of theme, this color palette where it's blue and white, and honestly I kind of dig it. I like it. I like the resort hammock quite a bit. I want to get a copy of that myself, and overall it's going to be coming for a limited time, so feel free to grab a piece of furniture before it disappears. Maybe show some love to Gura in the form of Princess Connect, thanks to the color scheme being in this way. The next thing is going to be the extreme dungeon that's going to be appearing, known as Tideborn Tower. Now when it comes to Tideborn Tower, I wouldn't say it's easy by any means. It's definitely extreme, and let's go ahead and talk about the character that we should be using, and that should be Tamaki. All right, the reason why we should be using Tamaki is because of finicky feline right here, where it reduces the boss's TP. The reason why reducing the boss's TP is so important is because this guy is going to have a very crazy union burst that will absolutely annihilate your team. So the longer that you can delay that union burst, the longer that your team can essentially survive. Just know at the 0.0 second mark, he is going to kill everyone whether you want it to happen or not. There's no way to avoid it. This is going to be a new boss mechanic that's going to be introduced in dungeon, where essentially so long as you're alive at the 0.0 mark, he's going to kill everyone, and that's going to be something that you're going to be seeing throughout the rest of the game. He's going to be a difficult boss. Just be prepared to run 5 or 6 teams. We'll go over it as we get closer to it. Just know it's not going to be appearing until the 23rd, and not to mention you have to clear main quest 1117. Just going to be a fun PvE game mode to add, and not to mention we're going to get an extra stamina statue. Don't worry about it too much because this thing is only able to hold 48 stamina, which is roughly only like, you know, maybe 5 stages at best. All right, now the next thing is going to be the June clan battle that's going to be appearing. We've talked about it before. Honestly, the most finicky or the most tricky boss is going to be Kabuki, or the little stag beetle sort of dude, mostly because he can enter a state of invincibility for a certain period of time. So when it comes to autoing him and trying to kill him at certain moments and landing death breaks and everything, he can turn himself invincible and essentially nullify any damage that he receives during the time that he is going to be in that invincible state. He's not going to be like a crazy difficult boss. It's just something that you're going to have to do more manual play in case you want to increase your efficiencies. There's probably going to be an auto team that's going to be very good for the stag beetle. Just note that the auto team is not going to be the ideal set of damage. Manual is probably going to be the way to go for this specific boss, but we'll see. Tamais runs like, you know, the We Auto CB clans, so I'm pretty sure this boss is going to get absolutely destroyed by him and his knowledge, thanks to like the CN experience he has. Next thing is going to be Frenzy Bear, and he's going to be an absolute tank monster, hitting you for everything that you have, so be very wary of him. And then the Roaring Lion King is going to inflict a lot of burns to your team, so be prepared for that as well. Honestly, this CB is going to be a little bit scary, but it's mostly because of the fact that there's really weird mechanics going on with this one, specifically in the form of the stag beetle or the Kabuki. Next thing is going to be the normal quest drops are also going to be appearing. Just note here that you can do a couple of things to prep yourself stamina wise. So pretty much 2 days ahead, you are going to do 3 refreshes and then claim the stamina quest, which will give you 630 to 639 stamina. Upon the next day, before reset or after reset, right after at 0600, you're going to be doing 3 refreshes, so you have 990 or 999 stamina. You will like a clan member and also claim your guild house stamina, and this will go into your presence box right here. As you can see, this number will fluctuate depending on how much, you know, you level your statues and everything, but I don't think you can level your statues to the point that it's going to exceed the 312 amount just yet. The next things being is, as long as you have 999 stamina, you can pretty much proceed with your day. and then upon reset the following day, pushing all of your stamina and claim all of the stamina within your present box, and also claim the stamina from your guild house, because you'll have 322 stamina sitting from, you know, the previous day. Not to mention you'll have guild house stamina on this day as well, because you saved like the guild house stamina that you got today to pretty much align with what you're doing to have more stamina. Now when it comes to this method, it's up to you how you want to approach it, because the normal quest drops is going to be appearing, you know, 6/23. Some people are already going to be like player level 103, which I think is the max, and not to mention like rank 10s and rank 9s, all efficient and all that stuff. So it's up to you whether you want to participate in normal quest drops like this. Of course, this is going to be the more efficient method of using your stamina, but just note that this is going to be a more free-to-play way in some ways to, you know, have the amount of stamina that you want in order to actually get gear, because we all know without normal quest drop, the gear drops in this game is absolutely awful. Now hard quest is going to be also appearing. Feel free to use the same method, but honestly normal quest drop rate is just as good and you should focus there. We'll talk about stamina guides and everything a little bit later, but here's going to be the timelines for everything, and here's the part about the Tideborn Sweet Snow, which is a statue that's going to be giving you 48 stamina at maximum. All right, so those are going to be everything when it comes to like the actual June updates. Let's go ahead and jump into some arena and cover my thoughts on everything. I think the June CB is going to be pretty crazy overall, mostly because of like the bosses that we're going to be fighting is going to be insane. Like the extreme dungeon is not a joke. Like I hope everyone understands, like that is probably going to be one of the most difficult forms of content that we're going to get in the game for a while, at least until like the next Extreme 2 like boss pretty much appears. It's up to you how you want to approach like these new bosses appearing, whether you want to try hard it or not. Just note that losing to them, at least on the first turn, is going to be regular until at least we get to the phases where, you know, you can run it on one team. But I think you can only run it on one team once we get later ranks and more player levels. The boss is just really strong. I think he's going to be at like 100 plus, something like that, and just don't expect to have an easy time when it comes to him. Does this make dungeon a little bit harder, a little bit easier? Honestly, in my opinion, there's only going to be 5 stages plus the boss, so if you can defeat the boss even faster, technically you're going to beat like the new dungeon modes even faster. So there is some benefit in that regard, in case you want to like sort of look at it in that way, right? But to be honest, I am cool with like the new boss appearing. I think it's kind of well needed. It'll give people, you know, new PvE content to sink their teeth in, but not to mention clan battles also going to be appearing at the same time. So it's up to you whether you think it's going to be a good idea to, you know, sort of focus yourself on Extreme Dungeon or focus yourself for CB, because obviously CB is going to take some precedence because that is going to be giving you the jewels. And not to mention, we'll cover like the actual jewel rewards that we got for the previous clan battle. Let's go ahead and jump into that after this win. Very nice right there. Thank you to this team. And of course, like the team we just fought, it's sort of like a cookie cutter defender team, so that's why. And I'm pretty sure like people will, you know, do some stuff in order to make me fall in ranks, because that's just the way the cookie crumbles when it comes to a couple of things. All right, so this is going to be the main clan battle rewards. We got 44th and we got 6,000 gems right there, or jewels, which I greatly appreciate. Thank you to everyone who's in the clan. I think we have like 1 slot open, don't quote me on that, but let's go ahead and jump into some princess arena and just like, you know, just chill. The biggest thing with this clan battle in particular that I think it's going to be different from the rest is because the new ranks that just released, rank 10 specifically, is going to gimp a lot of physical attackers. So for anyone who instantly optimize and have like rank 10 Makotos and stuff, your Makoto is gonna be good still, but she's not going to be as effective as someone with higher TP boost, because the higher TP boost means essentially you get your TP faster and all that stuff. But then again, you're also more defensive in some ways, but then there's some characters that actually lose defenses because most of the defensive stats hang on the left hand side. But we shall see how this clan battle goes. We'll see like who actually did like the auto upgrades and whatnot. But honestly, like the top 50 clans are usually on point with those things, and they're very picky with the way they select like the top members and stuff. So we'll see how it goes. At the end of the day, I'm happy clan battles here. We get to, you know, pretty much utilize our waifus. There's not going to be any magic teams that's going to be good against Leo. I think there is a magic team that's going to be good against Kabuki. We'll see whether that works or not, like as we get there to the closer dates. But I'm just excited for all the content personally. I am not going to be pulling on Summer Suzume. I'm pretty much holding until Summer Karu is going to be appearing, or Summer Carol. I advise folks who are more, you know, inclined to pull for Summer Carol to just keep saving, because Summer Carol, we've been talking about about this since the game started. She's not going to be a game breaker, alright? Summer Carol is not going to change your life. She is just going to make Magic teams more viable. The only character that might change your life is probably New Year's Carol. And New Year's Carol is going to need Summer Carol in order to properly function, because Summer Carol with unique equipment is really where she really shines, mostly because Summer Carol is going to have 2 magic defense breaks, which will allow her to have a higher uptime when it comes to magic defense breaking and all that stuff. So that's the thing that I want us to pay attention to. It's not really like Summer Carol at her current state that's going to break her game, but it's going to be the next year. But that still makes, you know, Summer Carol an absolutely amazing unit, because it will allow you to build magical teams. But anyways, if you made it this far in today's video, consider subscribing, dropping a like, leaving a comment, follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter. Once we hit 25,000 subs, we're doing a giveaway. Thanks so much for watching. Have yourself a fantastic day. Good luck to you if you're summoning, and I will see you in the next one.